How did you think it went for yourself?
Yeah, it went fine. I think I made one bad pitch to Arcia. There's a few that wish I would have executed better, but obviously he capitalized on that one. So, hats off to Julio and Blake and Kenley. So, I think we threw the ball well as a unit. Obviously, it never is fun giving up the only runs, but those guys picked me up and the offense scored enough runs and it's win number one for us.
Going into the outing, Walker, did you anticipate about 4 innings, or was it more predicated on just kind of how your stuff was tonight and how you were feeling with your finger?
Yeah, I was a little up on the pitch count. I wish I would have been a little more efficient and maybe, been able to run it to 5. But, at the end of the day, we're here to win games, and I got taken out of the game. I had a couple balls hit hard off me in the 4th inning, obviously. So, glad those guys were able to come in and do what they did.
What have you seen in terms of the growth of Julio Urias? Gives you guys 3 scoreless innings despite having a runner on in each inning, 2 in which were in scoring position, and he kept them off the board.
Yeah, Julio's one of those guys that's always battled. I think people kind of forget how young Julio is and how talented he is, how impressive he was for so long. And I think I love being around Julio and watching him and learning from him even. And he's young and he's younger than I am, but he's been here a lot longer than me. So we're glad to have him on our side for sure.
What do you take away from this one before you go into hopefully the DS?
I think we got a game to win tomorrow. Before we kind of look ahead at all, I think for me personally, it's just trying to get to where I want to be. Obviously, I made a bad pitch and got some things to work on, but I felt pretty good about where my stuff was. So just try and get ready and hope for the best tomorrow for us.
Finally, for me, Walker, was it just lack of execution in that inning where you got into some trouble, or did your finger bother you at all?
No, I think, I've always been a guy. I think you can look in the playoffs. I walk probably more guys in the playoffs, I would think, than I do in the regular season. I think there's an element of not giving in the playoffs. And then I made one bad pitch. So, I had a 0-2. I can't miss that much. Obviously, that pitch is supposed to be, up above his belt, and I threw it about as middle as I could. So, I think for me, it's just trying to keep getting better, keep progressing like I always do, and be a part of this team and push us to 12 more wins.
Next question is from Michael Duarte. Go ahead.
Walker, on the broadcast, your finger didn't look great. So I'm just wondering, was there any particular pitch, curveball, or anything that it bothered you at all or any way? Did it have any effect on the outing at all?
No, I mean, I think we've talked about the cutter probably being the one that's the toughest on it. So, I mostly threw, the 4-seam, the slider and the curveball tonight. So, it is what it is. We're managing it and moving on.